Hey everybody, it's Jason, Zombie Collector, coming back at you for another binder video. This one's going to be for Cal Ripken Jr. I have a little bit of theme music playing in the background. I'm doing some 80s wrestling theme songs. So right now we're hearing some Ravishing Rick Rude intro music. R.I.P. Ravishing One, the Ravishing One. You see over here I'm still working on my baseball cards. That I got that PC bomb from Bob Lewis, so I'm still going through that, but I wanted to show some video of my binders. So here's my first page of Mr. Cal Ripken Jr. I've been collecting Cal Ripken Jr. since I was obviously a little kid in the 80s. Most of my binders consist of, you know, base cards and maybe your random inserts, lower end stuff. I do have a couple boxes of more high end things. But to me, this is the stuff that I really honestly care about, because I remember being a 6, 7, 8, 9-year-old kid, maybe even 10, 11, 12, putting, you know, these cards in this exact same binder and these exact same sheets when I was just a little guy. I remember busting packs and boxes with my dad and my little brother, and this is the stuff that, you know, really meant a lot to me. Now, sometimes, obviously, I've moved some things around and took cards out and upgraded or whatever to a better card, a quality card, but most of the first, like, usually on these, like, PC guys, the first, you know, 6 to 8 pages, front and back, are cards from when I was a kid growing up. Now, I will go back if I get like a cool, you know, like insert here that I find like in a, you know, in a pack that I open, or like a trade I do with somebody, or I purchase something on eBay or whatever. I'll switch it out with another card and put it here because I didn't obviously have that. So a lot of times you'll see that. If I find that I have a card that is, you know, insert card or whatnot, I'll obviously make a place for it. Alright. Now we're up for Mr. Perfect's music. Kurt Hennig.
Why, do you want to head into Dusty, or do you want to keep on going this way?
I just love these 90s cards. They bring back such fond memories. Like, I would never notice this, but I think somebody pointed out in my collection, they're going through my stuff, they're like, this isn't the same card, but it has the same, you know, border. I had to go back and go, oh yeah, there's an MVB card. And I mean, a lot of you guys probably know that stuff, but I just wasn't that observant as a child, apparently, and even sometimes now. So I'm like, oh yeah, that's right, that is different. Let me get that in my binder as an additional card. Cal Ripken Jr. In my last video, I said that he was a third baseman, but obviously he started out as a shortstop for many, many, many years. But towards the end, he was a third baseman. And so just want to clarify, I was correct, but he was a shortstop for a majority of his career. Thus, the eyes of the Iron Horse right there. I just love these cards. I need to get the one with the actual coin in there. When I first bought this, I honestly can tell you, or I got it, whatever, I was like, I wonder I wonder if this is the way the card came. I was such a noob. I didn't realize that actually was missing an item. I'm sure when I bought it from the card shop or whatever, the guy was like, I wonder if he knows that's missing. But he didn't tell me. He just let me buy it, which I'm sure was like a quarter or less. But it was just funny because now I go back and go, how did I not even think that I should question that? And there you go. Look at that. Cool. Look at that cool cell phone. back in whatever 1991. Man, Cal Ripken Jr. just looks like, when I see some of these pictures, he really had a really sweet swing. I can say I didn't really watch him a whole lot being in Baltimore. You know, how I was in Indiana, there was not a lot of, we never got hardly any American League teams in the area. It was Cincinnati, the Braves on TBS, and Chicago Cubs. So, you know, they didn't have interleague play back in the 80s and the 90s. So I didn't see a lot of the Orioles ever play. So I didn't get to see a lot of Cal Ripken Jr. play when I was a little kid. Anytime there was an All-Star game or a playoff game and they, you know, Orioles were there, he got, you know, picked if it was an All-Star game. You know, obviously I got to see him play. But unfortunately, I didn't get to see him play a lot. There we go. Look who's behind him, creeping up behind him. Mark McGwire. Now we got Tatanka intro music. A little known wrestler, forgotten wrestlers, Tatanka. I remember he was one of my favorite wrestlers. I don't know about nowadays. You can get away with stuff like that. If you really play up an ethnic character too high, they think you're being racist. So who knows nowadays. But back in the day, Tatanka was awesome. I don't know if you can get away with that stuff nowadays. I think this is a good looking card. I just love the way that card looks. It's such a cool looking card. I'm sure you all have seen this guy before. The human vacuum cleaner. Just keep on trucking through all this. I'm going to end up just calling it a day on this, the Cal Ripken Jr. I didn't realize I had so many pages. I went and looked at my analytics, and it looks like, because I'm a talker and I like to ramble on and kind of just like give more details or just elaborate on whatever I'm talking about and topics or cards or whatever. But I went to look at my analytics, and most people, I feel like what I've seen are cutting out around 5 or 6 minutes is about the tops. So here I am, and I'm heading towards 8 minutes. And still going. I just can't help it. I just like to talk a lot, and I'm sure a lot of people, probably even the people that are my friends, and I completely understand. You know, after a certain point, they're just like, all right, I got it. You know, I don't need to keep watching the videos, whatever the topic may be. They probably cut out and don't watch the entire thing. So I'm thinking I might need a new strategy when it comes to my videos and not talk so much. Maybe cut out the fat. And just get down to the brass tacks, because it looks like most people's range is around 5 or 6 minutes, which is kind of sad because that's the culture we live in. Like, unless there's bombs exploding or superheroes flying through the screen or people in peril or any kind of, you know, action, people's time just, they can't handle it anymore. It just takes too long. It's like, I don't have time for this. Kind of sucks, quite honestly. And then this card right here I got from Mr. Bob Lewis recently as well. It's a new edition. And I got this out of a pack recently. I just pulled it last week. So anyways, guys, that's my Cal Ripken Jr. collection. We're going to end here with, it looks like Brutus the Barber Beefcake theme song. So I thank you all for watching. Take care. And I will see you soon. Peace out.